Yo, this is SoulDrum86 bringing you another video. I want to say for the first time ever, I think I can confidently say for the first time ever, with an annual release title, the closer it gets to release. Now, I know 2K is already out for those who pre-ordered, they got it early, but in terms of like the release for everybody, the street date where you can pick it up in stores, the closer it gets to release, the less interested I'm actually getting in this game. So with annual release titles, we've already talked about in previous videos how there's never truly like too many groundbreaking things added into the game from a year to year basis. Usually it takes a couple years and then they'll companies will have like they'll be way more in a couple years after like a release than from year to year. I've talked about this a while ago. It's kind of like I don't know. I think I would say, what is it, like every other year? That's when like you kind of get the big updates, but like every time it's the following year is really not too much. Even with that being said, though, I can remember times with like specifically NBA 2K where I knew that there was no crazy like tons of things added, right? But it was my love of the NBA. It was my love of that game just in general because I loved NBA 2K. But even when I knew it wasn't going to be much, when realistically I could have just stayed with, the version that was already out and I didn't have to get the new version because it was like, well, it's just a roster update, blah, 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 blah. There would always be things that excited me about the game, whether it was something small that it was a small little detail that I liked that it was just enough, right? Or a situation where every year, and they no longer do this, by the way, and I miss when they used to do this. But for anybody who remembers, when NBA 2K was always, I think it was like a week before the release, LD 2K and Ronnie 2K would play a game and they would stream it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure that it would also be streaming on other platforms at the same time, like Twitch. I can't remember. But every year, like clockwork, a week before release, they would always play a game. So, like, I think LD2K was the one that would always pick the Bulls. And I think Ronnie 2K would always pick the Lakers or somebody else. I think a couple years Ronnie 2K would pick a different team, but they would play a 5v5 NBA game. They would show off some of the new stuff that was added, some of the little new ideas, and they would play a full four-quarter game. No, they wouldn't do half a game. They wouldn't just do a quarter. They would do the entire game, and they would answer people's questions because there was a live chat going. And I would watch that every single year. And every single year as I'm watching that, I would actually get so excited. I was ready. It didn't matter that, it wasn't a lot of updates that specific year. It didn't matter that, yeah, I could have kept and been okay with whatever year it was. Like I could have kept with the previous year saying that. I just knew that I was excited and I was buying NBA 2K no matter what. NBA 2K is probably my most pre-ordered game out of any game that I've ever pre-ordered because I don't do it a lot. NBA 2K was the game that I always pre-ordered, not necessarily because I thought that it would sell out, but it was just always that game for me. I either pre-ordered it or I was just always there at Target or Walmart day one to get a copy. And it would kind of be the same thing with WWE 2K. Now, I've also spoken in previous videos that with WWE 2K, there have been a couple years where I waited a while. 2K17, I waited a long time before I got that game. It was at least 6 to 7 months before I got WWE 2K17. 18, I got right away. 19, I got right away. Uh, 22, I got right away. 20, I waited a long time. Um, let's see. Was it 2K23? 2K23, I waited a couple months. It was at least 3 to 4 months I waited. Um, 2K24 pre-ordered. 2K24 pre-ordered. Got excited about that. Um, but yeah, it's been a little bit different on the WWE 2K side of things, and now it really, with everything that I've seen, right? The island was a turnoff. I was never going to play the island, but the island was a turnoff because I was just like, this game doesn't really need a mode like that, in my opinion. This game needs to fix the things that the players have been asking for it to be, to be fixed and added to the game. Um, and when I see people playing now, everybody that has the early release, I thought, much like previous years, much like my experience with NBA 2K, I literally was thinking that, okay, maybe I'm going to get excited watching these people's videos. Maybe I'm going to get excited. Now, I did get a little excited seeing like the King of the Ring 93 arena, that match with Hogan versus Yokozuna, because I remember that match. I was watching that with my brother, and, there was a little bit of excitement there. And, but other than that, it just was, eh, like I'm watching people's gameplay and I'm trying to get genuinely excited for the game, but I can't. And I think it's because with all the things that they added this year, the new backstage areas, the island, the promos to universe mode, the universe mode changes with the calendar, and I've seen a lot of universe mode videos. Um, getting rid of the fight stances to some degree, but they're still there. Uh, I mean, the list goes on and on. Jumping from the barricade, the bloodline rules match. Even with all of these changes, I'm still seeing the same game. Nothing is really calling out to me that, wow, this is a very different experience, or this is something that, just from looking at the game, not playing, but just from looking at the game, there is literally nothing there that looks different. It looks as if people bought, and this can always be said every year because I always hear it said with all sports titles or with all annual release titles, this literally feels like a patch update, like a major patch update where they updated the arenas, where they added in some match types, and yeah, but nothing feels good enough to, you know what? Even when this game is on sale, I want to get it. I mean, the two DLC packs that I'm excited for don't come out for so long. They don't come out towards the end of the year. That's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I were to get 2K25 early, I'm not going to be able to use the Attitude Era wrestlers until what, September, and then I'm not going to be able to use the 80s wrestlers that come out in the Saturday Night's Main Event pack. I'm not going to be able to use them until sometime in November, just like how it was with 2K24. And so, what what would I really truly be buying this game for? I love the legends that we have in there. I love that the head shrinkers are there, but I can download the head shrinkers in 2K24. Sure, they won't have their entrance theme and things like that. I won't have Captain Lou, and even though I think Captain Lou comes out with the Wild Samoans, but um, but Captain Lou Albano was he was the manager also for the Head Shrinkers, I believe. It was him. Yeah, yeah, he was too in the '90s. Um, but I don't know, man. This is different this year. This is finally different. It feels, shockingly enough, well, I shouldn't say shockingly. Oddly enough, this feels just like kind of when I was done with NBA 2K. I'm not trying to make this video to say that I'm officially done with WWE 2K, but guys, when I cut off NBA 2K cold turkey, I was able to cut that game off and never look back. I played every NBA 2K, bought every NBA 2K day one, and It wasn't until 23. And 23 I was excited for because of the My Eras mode, but I only played through about a little over half of my season. I was using the Chicago Bulls because I've always wanted to be able to use Michael Jordan in a season mode. Even though you could do that before, the way that it was in My Eras was just different. So it was like I wanted to be able to do that. And I did have fun with NBA 2K23 to a certain extent, but it just over time, it got old. Nothing really happened with NBA 2K for me that like pissed me off. It just was, I was done, if that makes any sense. I was done with the game. And I don't know. I mean, maybe it was the fact that they kind of neglected the offline players, like I've mentioned before, but I just had enough of it. I had enough of my career being the way that it is because I'm somebody who likes to play my career for the NBA games, not for the park and all that other stuff. But it is what it is. But yeah, this is just interesting, man. I just wanted to make this video to talk about that. I know a lot of you probably feel the same way too, but I kept telling you guys, and look, there is a possibility that I still might get this game, but at this rate, I really don't know when I'll get it. You know, by some chance, if I see a sale sooner, hopefully, you know, a lot of people feel this way, and so it kind of forces them in a couple months or so to put this game on a really, really, really big sale, at least for a limited time. That's what I'll do. That's when I'll do it. Um, but right now, I can't imagine. I mean, I was never going to, but after watching the gameplay of everybody who's playing early and me not getting excited for anything, I can't imagine paying $75 for this game. I can't imagine definitely paying 100 or more. I can't. It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't make sense because of how I feel. Um, it literally just feels like the same experience. There's nothing there's really just nothing there. Like, okay, so I want to show you guys something. Now, I'm an old school guy, so for the most part, I use the old school teams. I use the old school wrestlers and arenas, and I download the old arenas. I download as many as I can, actually. So let's see. So they literally have gotten rid of all of these WrestleManias. The only WrestleManias that they still have, they have WrestleMania 40, but they got rid of 39. 39 actually had a really cool look. WrestleMania 39's arena was really cool, but they have WrestleMania 40, both day and nighttime. Um, they have WrestleMania 9, but I think that's one of the only old school WrestleMania arenas they have. I know that they have a couple other ones, but they don't have WrestleMania 3. They don't have WrestleMania 5. They don't have WrestleMania 6. Like, all of these arenas are gone. And this was kind of like when I made that video not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, talking about why don't they just keep these arenas in the game? I don't, I still don't get that. Just add to it. Now, if you're gonna get rid of arenas, but I don't know how often a lot of the NXT stuff changes. I don't watch NXT, so I don't know if like the Great American Bash Arena always looks like this. Because if it does, then all you got to do is just carry this over. Now they do have all of the NXT arenas. They have all of the PLE arenas and updated arenas for what's going on currently. But I just don't know why we can never have enough arenas for the other eras that are a part of wrestling. I just don't get it. But this is not what I wanted to show you guys. This is what I wanted to show you guys. I'll show you guys two things. Now, I know a lot of you already know about this, but this just helps my video in the fact that, like, this isn't a game that you really need to rush out and buy. So, and see, here we go. D'Lo Brown is DLC. I got a D'Lo Brown. But let me pick some. Let me pick some current wrestlers. So we got Drew. Let's do Sami Zayn. All right. So now, for the record, I think I've talked about this before. I don't like how the new Raw arena in real life has all of the logos on the mat. That's just not my style. I don't like it at all. Would have been cool and okay with the WWE logo, but all the other sponsorships, it just looks crazy to me. However, when I do play with the current roster, which I do from time to time, I do still utilize the current roster. When I play this game, I kind of do it all. It's just that for the most part, I'm all old school, is what it is. I either do Attitude Era stuff, 90s stuff, 80s stuff. You get my drift. Um, but when I look at these arenas that people create, right? I have the arena right here. So I don't really have anything, even for the current stuff. Even though I buy these games to mostly, utilize the old school like wrestlers and stuff like that. Um, Everything is already here through community creations when it comes to this game. Everything is already here. And I feel like whoever created this arena, I think they created this on the PC just because of how they were able to make the barricade look. Because a lot of the times I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying when I look at how the barricade and everything looks, I feel like this was a PC user. And because they kind of cut off being able to use the PC, cross platform community creations, it's a little bit different. Hey, I've also noticed this. Did you guys notice that the faces don't look as good, at least for some of the wrestlers? The faces don't look as good in 2K25. Like Sami Zayn looks weird. I was watching a video yesterday. I think it was they were doing the showcase match where the last match that you do is the OG bloodline versus the new bloodline. And Sami Zayn's face doesn't look like this. And I was seeing on Reddit, a lot of people were putting up comparisons to 2K25 and 2K24, and the face detail for some of the wrestlers just looks off. The person's actually the post, it read, do the faces look worse this year, or is it just me? But not going to do a full match or anything like that. Just painting the picture that you want the updated stuff, you can get it in 24. And you can actually get it even as ugly as it is. You can get it in with all the logos. Cricket, Snickers, Netflix, All American Beer. You know what I mean? Like it's all here. Even the ring post. Now the commentators table. Oh, I wanted to reverse that, but the commentators table is even. It's not. Um, Geez, uh, it's not perfect because it doesn't have the LED lights that are on the side of it. But even the commentators table looks looks good, looks legit. So let's go over here. I just wanted to show the. I didn't want to change the camera angle, so I had to take off uh, the cover to the commentators table so you could see it. But it's all here. All right. So, all right. Let me quit. Let me do another one. So let's go to the new SmackDown. Like everything is here. Literally everything is here. Now this is going to look weird because I think I have Cody's a champion, but I was recreating the Saturday night's main event where he used the old winged eagle title. And I believe I still have that belt on him, but Roman Reigns is still my champ. I actually had him beat Cody a little bit ago for it, but like it is all here. Barricade is the updated barricade, updated ring skirt, the blue mat with the WWE logo that SmackDown has now, the entrance. It's all here. So like when I look at it, I'm like, well, what brings me, what calls out to me to get WWE 2K25? They got rid of 20 plus arenas, it feels like. They still don't have enough old school arenas. The only ones that they seem to have added is the WrestleMania 9 and the or the Thursday Raw Thursday arena, which does look good, but it's still kind of inaccurate because there's supposed to be two sides of the ring skirt that have the WWE logo that goes across, and then then there's the other two sides where it says WWE, then World. Well, it used to say World Wrestling Federation, but World Wrestling Entertainment is what it has on there. But they got it all. They got that ring skirt for all four sides. So it's like everything is here. If I'm correct, this is a what's the status update. The only thing that bums me out is, uh, what's the status has 2K25, and so I'm pretty sure he's going to be done creating stuff on the 24. But still, there's a lot of stuff here still to create, or still to download. I said to create, but to download. All of this stuff is still here. And you can when you play this game, you can download from the PC users. Now, like they do now, this will be short lived because they'll probably what is it usually now, by January of 26, you won't be able to utilize community creations or any kind of online features. But for the time being, I can still download wrestlers, their current looks, and all this other stuff. Everything is here. Literally everything is here. If I wanted to download the new women's titles, I can. I could download the women's United States Championship and the Intercontinental Championship for the women. I don't have any reason to rush out and get the game. Look, guys, one of the things that I was going to do, I think I probably said it in the video, but I'll say it now. I have Undisputed, which turned out to be a dud. I do not like Undisputed. And then I have Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. I did that game was fun. Me and my cousin was playing a lot, but now that he doesn't play it anymore, I don't play it anymore because we were playing online whenever we would play that game. So, after I did all the story stuff, I just played with him. And now that he doesn't play, I don't play. So it's like I don't need that game. But I was gonna trade in both of those games if if my excitement level by some chance kind of got up there, skyrocketed, I would have done that. But no go, no go. It never happened. So it's like it feels even like a waste to do that now. That was weird. That was a weird turn of events. But look, everything is here. The blue ring skirt, or not blue ring skirt, the blue ring canvas, WWE logo. It's all here. It's all here. I'm excited about Mr. Wonderful. I'm excited about the Attitude Era stuff. I'm excited about Junkyard Dog finally being in the game since what? SmackDown versus Raw 2006 was Junkyard Dog's last game. I believe he was in that game, Showdown Legends of Wrestling. I think he was in that. But other than that, I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think I might still just be doing matches on this channel and doing the stuff that I typically was doing in the past. Now, I hadn't been doing that for a while because I did kind of just. It's not even that I stopped playing 2K, but doing those matches, it kind of ran its course for me. But now that it's going to be a while before I get 2K, and honestly, depending on when Ultra Pro Wrestling does come out, because they do want it to come out this year, might be a case where I don't get 2K25 at all. That could be the case that I don't get 2K25 at all. It is a very, very real possibility. There's a very real possibility. Because once Ultra Pro Wrestling comes out, I'm not going to want to play 2K anyway. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting, to say the least. This is going to be very, very interesting. But yeah, nothing. I mean, the way promos are, I've already talked about a lot of this stuff. The way so many things are right now in the game, they just don't call out to me like I thought that they would. I was excited for promos to come back, but when I saw them, I was thinking to myself, wow, like this doesn't, it's not what I thought it would be. It's just more of the half-assed lazy attempts. And for me, that's just very disappointing. Very, very disappointing, man. I know he's going to kick out of this, but I wasn't even planning on doing, I'm not planning on doing this whole match, but just, I don't know, man. I just don't know. But everything is there. So I can't even say, and I'm an old school guy anyway, but still, I can't even say, well, the new arenas are here and that's what I want to get the game for. I think the one thing that I'm actually the most excited about with 2K is My Rise. That's the only thing that I'm excited about. 2K is the My Rise. And that's because My Rise I do enjoy every year. I just wish they would get rid of the social media stuff. I wish they would have replaced the social media stuff with free roam backstage and stuff like that. That's what I wish they would have done. But I don't know, man. It is what it is, guys. That's pretty much all I got to say, man. It's like I had a balloon of excitement, right? Just imagine having a balloon of excitement or anticipation. And 2K, just as the weeks went on, they just kind of slowly deflated it. And when I thought that I could get excitement from watching people's videos of content creators that I actually enjoy, nothing that they have posted has made me say to myself, oh, I got to get this game. Like, this is why I have to get this game. This right here. Oh, it's this right here. You know, I don't have that one draw. Even though I just said that I'm excited, like the one thing that I am the most excited about is My Rise, it's still not enough for me to get this game. It's still not enough. And that to me is just, that's crazy. I never thought that I would get this way. I love these wrestling games. You know, I just love playing wrestling games in general. And that's what I mean by that. Like, I love playing wrestling games in general, but yeah, this time things are different. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys feel in the comment section, man. Are you there with me? Uh, like, just let me know, man. It's all good. And Thank you for tuning in and staying through the entirety of this video. If you have, it's your boy Soul Drum 86, and I'm out. Peace.